So we are a team from Mougulu Secondary School, which is on the border of Hela province and Western province. We're in a very remote location. These are our very first ever grade 12 students, and a first for our school and a first for our whole region and district. We came out from Mougulu and most of them had not been on a plane before. They've never seen the ocean. They've never been to a big city before, all of them. So this has been a very exciting trip for them to come and see how their country is working here in Port Moresby. And we're really privileged to bring them and share both the excitement but also a lot of learning for them. Because they're really remote, they don't really see a lot of how this country functions. And we want them to know that they are included as part of this country and for their education to really benefit them in many ways. So this has been a real eye-opening experience for them. They might be a bit tired now because we've been doing a lot. We've been to Parliament House where we got to sit in the Speaker's chamber, I think you call it, the Speaker's Chamber in Parliament. We've been done a training day at St John's. We've been out to one of the villages over the water. We've been out to one of the islands for a visit, nature park, all kinds of things. We still have some more to go. We're visiting the museum and some other important things on next week, like the courts. Things like that. So we still have a lot to do, but they're seeing all kinds of things that probably most people don't get to see when they come to Port Moresby, but just to help them understand more about the country. We are very proud of them all. They've all worked really hard to get through to grade 12, and this is a special experience for them, so we're very thankful for everyone who's helped us to get here. So mostly the students before would have had to try to go to high school in another province or on the other side of their province, so they'd walk a week to get to school. But we started a school about 3.5 years ago in Mougulu. It started as a nomad Mougulu High School, and we've been petitioning the government ever since that these students don't really have another place that's suitable for them to go, where they're safe and where they can do their studies, and all of them to continue through to grade 12. And so the government has put in place that we're now a recognised secondary school, and so it's meant that these students can carry on and keep going through to grade 12. So most of them started with us in grade 9 through grade 10, 11 and now into grade 12. They'll be having their national examinations like all the rest of Papua New Guinea starting in August and then towards the end of the year, and then they'll be the first ones ever to graduate from Mougulu Secondary and the first ones in their district. Well, we travelled here to Port Moresby by light aircraft because we have no roads and we have no river that will take a canoe. So we travelled to Mount Hagen by light aircraft, and we spent 2 nights in Mount Hagen and then came by Air Niugini down to Port Moresby. And we will go back the same way. So it's quite a challenge to get everybody out on light aircraft to Mount Hagen, but we did it. And we all enjoyed it. We had some very good experiences along the way where we've met people like some last year civil engineer students in Mount Hagen, MAF, a tour of their facilities. So it was good to have those days in Mount Hagen as well, because the students had not been to Mount Hagen either. So it was a little taste of what was to come. We're just very thankful to everyone who's helped to make this trip possible. It's been a lot of hard work, a lot of logistics involved, a lot of cost, but we think that it's really worth it for the benefits that it will give to these students, just to open their eyes to the wider society here in Papua New Guinea, even to go to like the Motuan village to meet people from a different culture, because they've been really isolated in their own place. So that was a real fantastic experience for the students. So we're very thankful to everyone who's made it possible, and hopefully it's also challenged people here in Port Moresby to see that remote students shouldn't be left out. We all need to be part of this country, and we hope that they will take back a lot of the good things that they've seen here, and as someone said, leave behind the things that are not so good.
I am the head boy of the school, the Mougulu Secondary School, and it is our school is founded by Sally. She's seated here, and as you can see, we are a men, not as students. We already save our beards. You can see, but this is due to struggle in our lives. When we came down first, we come down to Western, and the others we come up to Highlands, Tari especially. But due to from the Tari, they used to fight, and some other disturbances we face, and we used to go back to the villages. And there is no road. Our place is a remote part of Western and Hela province, and our school is in a remote area, and we are pioneer students of Mougulu Secondary School, and we are grade 4 students, and Miss Sally, there's a founder, she told us to, she is a presser that she brought us here in Port Moresby, and this is our first time. And some students group here, four students are first time being a plane. That's our first time in a plane. And Port Moresby is also our first time to be here. And we see many silences in this place. Many new things, car, buildings, and the ocean. Many things are silence our lives too. We are very silent in our life for that trip. And we are very proud to Sally, our founder. She's a hardworking mother that she look after us, and if she brought us here, it's a very, it's our pressure that she's important in our life. And I think that's for me, all about our trip. And we also visit the Parliament House, and many other important areas, and also that's areas that silence our lives too. Silencing, very silencing. We are in the bush, and we compare to our place with the cities here. It's very silencing to our life, to me and also our friends here too. Thank you. That's all.
What did you enjoy most about the visit?
To see Pyramid is very enjoyable thing, and also the very high buildings like this, and also many ocean, and other areas I can't name. Very important things that we see, and also that silence in our lives, and some other well-educated people in here, Port Moresby, that's also silence in our lives too.
My name is Gracelyn, surname Tosiga, and I am the head girl of the school. And we visit many, but I interested in one of we went to St. John Ambulance. That we went and we have a school there. So I interested in that because we learned a first stage. So we are in the very remote part of Western and Hela, so we stay in remote part, so we don't have any good facilities like health. So that's why we went there, and I learned some good thing about like first stage, like snake bite, and someone unconscious, how to help that. And another one is a woman giving childbirth. And another one is we went to a island to enjoy ourselves there washing. While some people here, they don't go to there, but we have a chance, opportunity to go there.
It was very enjoyable that the trip. Sally has brought up with an idea about the trip to Port Moresby, and that was our pleasure to be like that. Now we are sitting in Hilton Hotel. And first I would like to thank Sally and our one and lovely principal Ian for taking us here, and to let we see this stuff here that's very different to our place, to be being motivated before sitting for our national examination coming. And I would like to thank each and every one of us here in representation of all my colleagues. Thank you for everything that, like Sally has said, we went to every, as an example, we went to the St. John ambulance, as our sister said, and again to now the national park that side, and everything that I can't mention, and I will be adding to see next all things that Sally has prepared. And with that, I think everything was mentioned, and I'm in representation of my colleague. We are just very interested and very love. We have very good heart for Sally as a student of our school. And thank you. That's all from us as a representation that I'm speaking.
My name is Micah, and my surname is Yabua, and I'm the Deputy Principal Academic for Mougulu Secondary School, and I work closely with my principal, Mr. Sally Lloyd, and I am one of the local teacher. We have 2 local teachers at Mougulu Secondary School, and I am one of them. And I've graduated in 2020 at the University of Goroka, and I went back and we started Mougulu Secondary School together as high school. We normally call it Nomad Mougulu High School. And then we move on to secondary school, and I'm proud to be a local teacher teaching my own brothers and sisters. And this trip to bring grade 12 students to our pioneer grade 12 students to Mougulu Secondary School, I think it's life-changing, and for most of the students, I know they have learned lots of the things that may change their life and think the way the way they think, and it may have lots of impact in their future as well. And I'd like to thank Sally Lloyd, the founder of the school, for making this trip successful, and people behind to support Sally to bring us this far. And it's my pleasure to be here in Moresby, as it's my first time I haven't been in Port Moresby, and I'm very thankful. Thank you. I feel like to save my own brothers and sisters or my people back at home. It's very special than me being staying outside in other province or other urban areas to help myself. I feel like saving others in my village is more important than outside, because there's lots of students still struggling for education, and I feel that going back to save is more important than me being enjoying myself and staying outside.
I am the principal of Mougulu Secondary. Our school has been running for 3.5 years now, and I have been principal in that time. These young men and women behind me here have grown in their academic standards and their appreciation of education, and I think for me that was a very exciting thing. To have the opportunity to bring them to Moresby to see life outside a village. They're rainforest people, and they really haven't seen anything outside that. So to bring them to Moresby to see their faces in some of the things we've taken them to, like Parliament House, to see the joy on their face, to see what Parliament was, to understand a bit more of how it works, was a very powerful thing for me to see. And I believe that these students have the potential to be future leaders of their community, the province, and even in this country. So to see them at Parliament House like that today the other day was a very big, a real joy for me to see. Some of the other things, I guess, even today at the Rainforest Park, their understanding of the rainforest was clear, but when we came up against something like a tree that they hadn't seen before, they were interested in wanting to know about that tree. The boys were taking photos of the flowers and things like that to show their family of something that was exotic and different. So their interest in nature was really evident, and I think it was just overall it was quite an amazing thing to see how it's matured them all. They're tired, but they've matured, and their eyes have been opened to a much more diverse world, and I think that will give them a strong footings for their future. I would say that I think that this is a trip that that will assist them in being more passionate about their education, more passionate about learning to be the best that they can be. And I guess that's my biggest point to see, is that now they've seen that there is more than just Mougulu, that we can then hope to see in the future that these students will become more passionate about learning and education, and becoming, as I said before, the future leaders of this country. So, yep, thank you.
Tell me a bit about the history of the school.
Sure. The school started by actually my wife Sally. She felt that there was a need to have the school something for students, local students, because the distance to Kiunga was too far for them, and Atari was up in the Highlands, and a different environment for them. So we looked at the possibility of starting something. My wife, I was still in Australia teaching then. My wife decided that, you know what, we could do this. So we went through the process. I finished my teaching down there, and we came up and we started the school. We started off, I think we had 9 teachers just the first year, and we did a lot of work with growing these children, teaching them the foundations and setting them up for their education. Since then, we've gone through the process of becoming, what's the word I'm looking for? Becoming registered. We were registered, but we got registered, and we also got the school to a level of secondary. That took a lot of going, but we found out that just before the holidays we were actually registered as a secondary school, which was a huge, a very big thing for us. So that's a huge move forward. So before that, we were going to have to send our students to Kiunga to do their grade 12 exams. Now they're going to come to us, and on the paper we'll have Mougulu Secondary. So the students were very excited by that.